as the Jets are set to clash with the Titans. New York is 7-4 since the Titans moved to Tennessee, and they'll go for number 8 on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now come the Titans for their first possession, led by Ryan Tannehill in his 10th NFL season and 3rd with Tennessee.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. Tannehill now to throw. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A first down carry for Henry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them. And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first down, Henry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game. Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd and a yard, Wilson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Derrick Henry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. A toss left, Henry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Josh Reynolds, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bud Dupree just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Bud Dupree was a first-round draft pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers and really blossoming his last few years there, teaming with T.J. Watt to create quite the duo. Dupree had 8 sacks in 2020 before hurting his knee in Week 12. 11.5 in 2000.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Tannehill. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Muscles him off. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 85 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. But no surprise coming off a 2,000-yard season. It was Derrick Henry who totaled the most yards after contact in the NFL last year, and he's up to his old tricks here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 24, Tannehill. He completes it to Jones. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now it's Tannehill. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, his second touchdown on the season. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man, Ty Johnson. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. And now out come the Jets. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse.
Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 109 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Tannehill. This will be caught once again by Brown. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Henry. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And New York set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation. And
that's why it got knocked away there. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run with Carter. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now it's Wilson. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. And former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams there to bring him down. We have... All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Well, the Jets head out on offense here to start this 3rd quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On 2nd down now, it's Carter. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A good strong run there by Michael Carter, reminiscent of his days at North Carolina. A 1,000-yard rusher each of his last 2 years in Chapel Hill, despite being in a timeshare with Javonte Williams, who was a 2nd-round pick of the Denver Broncos. Carter, the 2nd pick of the 4th round, out of UNC. He could be the Jets' leading rusher moving forward.
And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Back to throw, Tannehill. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the 2nd half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game. Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, but it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. I'm going to call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
To throw again is Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On second down, here's Henry. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Try to lay one up deep, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reynolds. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Now Carter to start the drive. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed him up for that run.
8 yards there, getting him out of danger. It's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him?
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Bud Dupree getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Back now here on EA Sports. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. From the shotgun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, that'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He'll buy some time right to the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And it's caught. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a few.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. He's at the 50. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Touchdown, Titans! 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Titans. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On first down, Wilson. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This is caught. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Tannehill. Quick slant to Brown.
Another nice pick up through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, it's Henry, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Gostkowski's kick is good, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's Wilson and the Jets down by 13, just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll give Henry another shot. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Henry. He's got room to run past the 20. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 38-yard line. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And they will take a knee here. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink it. Moment of truth, you not a pool. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all goal, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me, I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse, disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all that doubt.